Hello, and welcome to the King Elvis channel. King Elvis. Yeah, that's me, man. Like a to-dilf version of a category I invented. To-dilf. To-dilf Elvis. That's me. That's my contribution to Western civilization. Which is degenerate. And we celebrate it. That's why ISIS is going to win. But, not for 50 years, probably. We'll be able to just degenerate into the most sick. That's later. Right now, trying to trying to get a lot of subscribers right now, obviously, among the gay, probably, community. And also among the social justice warrior community. I want to get inside your heads. I want to get down it with you. Let you look at me and get your invisible hands of the market all over me. Yeah. I need to make money, man. You understand how it is. So, hot button issues, which to me has always been blacks. The Negro question. Since it's increasingly we're in the white community called Caucasian. They're doing blacks are doing that now. So I think Negro's fair, isn't it? Not the other one. That's off limits. That's not ambiguous. I like it, but Negro's okay. Negro. You have to say like negro. You have to say it in Espanol. Trying to get subscribers. Yeah, so court and controversy. Minstrelsy. Now, we're trying to bury it, right? Like it seems, in a way. Oh, it's got a problem there. To remember a certain degree of chastity for this, for YouTube. I think that you can't go over the line. I think certain Japanese bikini channels are just, they're fine. So I'm trying to be there. Just nothing too graphic, but if you know what you like, it's perfect. Perfect. All right. So it's kind of like the Indians with you people. If we bury minstrelsy would be, it's like we bury the reason you had it bad. It's like forgetting. It'd be like Orwellian if we did that. I mean, in a bad way, not the way that millennials are. Like, stick something look at this, which forced me to do this. I'm just responding to that. But you made this up, this whole overshare thing, and this whole the panopticon. Invite it into my life. I want it. I want the totalitarian techno society. Here we are. You're doing things to yourself, and I'm hustling. I'm doing whatever I can. Yeah, it's unrestrained market, so hot. It's forced market forces. Yeah, that explains everything. That explains this overtly. I'm doing this to. All right, so we can't bury it, and because everything we have now in show business, mostly, is thinly disguised minstrelsy anyway, like stand-up, doing different voices, imitate, and the rich person talks in this way. The rich British person would speak, and anybody can do that if you listen long enough and you Imagine a black slave speaking in a tone like this, like James Mason. That would be exceedingly funny. It's funny. Because they'd be like, I don't know, we don't have to delve into it. We all know what that is. Which is, this is one of those thanks Obama things, too. This is a tangent, but you're just being boring, really, and speaking in a really, what had been considered, like Urkel or something. Boy, you really helped them out. You really advanced, and now these people we all love, what a lot of us have paid for the privilege, okay, while high in the 90s and early 2000s, very, very, very far back, it's profane, and I think we recoil at that, like we just the base, like sex is more important to you, and we recoil at it. It's in a way disgust, but we're attracted to it because of our Puritan hypocrisy. And you've got all these nice bumper sticker things like haters gonna hate. It's like, hey, that's half of Nietzsche. That's genealogy of morals right there. Or, what's the other one? It's all good. Affirm the earth. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, Nietzsche thought he was doing bumper stickers, and you shaved it on down to that. People accepted it. It's great. There's a point, I don't know, like where I feel like somebody was over the other day, and at this weird brick, and it's obviously it's from the 70s or something, but what can I say? And she's like, you gotta pimp your house, and it was just like at too, I don't know, would it be casa? At tu casa? It pushes so far, and everything's it's perfect for America because it's reductionist, and but it just everything gets like the house is a hooker metaphor. Like, this is the home. Like, let's bring back brothels. That's hard to say. Just so we can have like that's a horror house. This is not that. We're so confused. And about sex, and everyone thinks he's right. His side is the correct one. We're such hypocrites and take umbrage at things so easily, and so our Puritanism is it's what is behind the hatred that has actually helped in a way, like kind of like the drill sergeant. And it's almost to the point of it's become Orwellian, like, only in America could you overcome these obstacles. It's like, for people we really like, we add extra obstacles so you'll overcome them and then be even better. It's gotten almost to that point, especially, for blacks, of like their story or whatever it is. Some of these things, or the other thing I love about the American stuff is values work. It's okay. Let's apply the minimum wage to agricultural workers, Mexicans. Oh no! The most important thing should be slave labor. Practically. So, don't get me started. But just back to blacks. That's the hypocrisy makes us hate you, but it helps you. And now that we're starting to love you, that's going to be your downfall. And you're going to evaporate into whiteness, because right now the drop of blood thing helps you to go, hey, we're growing, and then but we're going to get rid of that, and it's just going to be more like if you're black, and it's going to be more like Brazil. I think we're going to have more like even South Africa was like that, was more like mixed. It's like you're kind of okay. Or something like that. It's gonna change. Let's just call it that. And it's to people who say, in the white community that I hear sometimes, that, you know, just hear it, sick of these stories. Yeah, I guess you gotta have some kind of reform, probably police robots. It's a whole other tape, but honestly, ones that would not be like the RoboCop, but something, you know, it doesn't matter if you shoot it. We need that. It's got to be really patient under crazy circumstances. That's what we need. We're asking these people to do an impossible job. But in the short term, yeah, you got to prosecute these fuckers. The other thing is, yeah, you're killing cops right now. What you need to do is kill the judges that made all these goddamn... Okay, wait a minute. No, we're not going to cross that line. Don't kill judges. But, that, you know, it's the entire system. And, the other thing, Darryl Pinckney, talking to you, mister. It's not a privilege when I'm pulled over by police and not summarily executed on the side of the road. That's not a privilege. That's a right. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Life is the first one. You know, so I mean, that's a right. Don't tell me about this privilege stuff. I didn't dream. I mean, well, in a way, we've dreamed this up, but you know, it only happens to you. Or is it in the Bible because you're a cursed race? I hope not. But I tell white people all the time, they're going to start doing this to us, and that's going to be the standard. You don't realize what you're doing. And this is it's the wedge that goes now where justice is like whether a policeman thinks you sassed him, and then bam, that's it. You know, that's justice. It's really close to it for blacks now, but you know, there's going to be more miscegenation to the point, I think, that it's yeah, like I said, the biracial thing is going to be, you know, recognized more, and then it's going to be like everybody that's dark black is going to have like could it be some kind of a, you know, Caribbean accent or something, and then that's not them. But I got off on a tangent there. But this Obama thing, with just, you know, being boring, it's kind of saying "ing" instead of "in" and all that. Like when I moved to Chicago, like everybody sounded like a goddamn Marisha. You know, that's caricatured, obviously, but it's different now. You know, people are like, hey, can I do? It's like Eddie Murphy. Do you mind if I buy this newspaper? And I'm like, hey, that's all we wanted. We just, in a way, even robbing. That's how a lot of us we got a bad impression of you guys early on by being tricked or robbed. Yeah, okay. Or screwed up a drug deal. I guess you feel that, you know, that's the mule or whatever in the 40 acres. But we didn't think so. And then we're like, you can't trust these people. But you can. And it's just, I want to go forever on this because it's 15 minutes, but you can't expect, if it took you a long time to overcome something, you can't easily expect other people to do it just because you did it. Everybody always does that thing. They go like, I did it. And it's like, well, yeah, but it took, you know, you had to meet these people. That one guy, remember Don? The guy was like goddamn Buddha, man. His eyes were just, he was a god, man, you know, of the Holy Spirit or something. This guy is a pure being. And where you go, you know, they're people. And they're very sexy. But, yeah, it's our hypocrisy that makes us hate you, because you're the truth. You know. So, I hope that wasn't too hard on anyone. I hope we got through that. But, you know, like I said, I'm trying to court controversy. So, you know, minstrelsy, it's still around. We just scratched the surface at all. You know, so better sign off for the 15 minutes, man. For King Elvis. This has been the King Elvis.